Alba, what's happening, Frank?
How you doing, Mark?
Doing all
All right.
right. Looks like you're enjoying yourself in your backyard over there.
Yeah, yeah. Well, trying to after this rain.
Did it rain over there? I'm
Oh
not
yeah,
too I'm not too far from you. I'm in Philly. We haven't seen any rain yet.
it's pouring over here.
So everything going on. Obviously, everything's been shut down for the last couple months. What have you been up to?
Nothing, man. Trying to enjoy my family. Well, I have so-called essential jobs, so I've still been working. So it's nothing changed for me, but just a little bit different. I mean, like I haven't been able to really do a lot, but I've been enjoying my family, which is important.
If you don't mind us asking, what do you do?
I work at Deca Batteries. We do different kinds of batteries, all kind of batteries for cars. Uh, every battery. He's one of the biggest battery companies in this area. So
Okay, have you been able to obviously been able to train, stay in shape? Just obviously you box and everything like that. You're a professional, so have you been able to get any workouts in of any kind?
not really. I have a small gym here in my home. So like I've been working out here and going on little runs here and there, but I don't know. I guess not too much motivation. I guess.
When do you think that will kick back in? Like when I guess when fights
Yeah,
start fights
once
start.
the hype, yeah, once the hype starts and all that, like maybe everything will go back to normal. Hopefully, it's pretty soon.
Obviously, your last handful of fights, your career, some of the results haven't gone the way you wanted. You've been very competitive in these fights against Bell and Vences and Omar Douglas and Oshaki Foster, who's ranked very high. Where do you see yourself fitting in now? Obviously, like I just said, you were very competitive against those highly ranked guys. Do you feel you? I mean, you're maybe a couple rounds away from maybe being mentioned in world ranked and as far as the top fighters.
Well, here's the thing, Mark. You're the first one to know this, and I haven't even spoken to Marshall about this, but with a lot of thought that I've been given, with a lot of thought and with everything that's going on now, and with this coronavirus, and now that I'm with my family and we've been sitting down and talking, I've came to the decision to officially retire from the sport of boxing.
Oh wow! Breaking news here.
Yeah. Now that I have the opportunity, this came in handy. I got this opportunity of this interview, so a lot of people could see it. Like I said, I haven't even spoken to Marshall. That's like my father figure slash manager. You know what I mean? But yeah, I've had a good run in this sport, and more than what I ever thought that I was gonna get to when I started boxing. And like I was saying, and I was thinking, with this coronavirus, everything going on in the world, tomorrow is not promised. So it's like I gotta enjoy my family. Now it's time for my family. When I'm in training camp, there's been weeks that I don't see my family, I don't see my kids. So it's like now it's time to enjoy my family and be a commentator just like you guys. A spectator.
Well, definitely. I'm sure Marshall will will.
Well, he'll be hitting me up pretty soon. I know
Not,
that for a fact.
well, yeah, I have a feeling your phone may ring tonight.
Then most definitely.
Well, you know what? This gives us a good chance to maybe talk about some of the career highlights. Obviously, I know you really didn't have too many amateur fights, and to achieve what you have achieved, have you thought about
I've had, I've had 10 amateur fights. I started boxing at a late age, at the age of 19. With all my trouble that I had with the law, that I went to jail and all that, it backed me up a lot. But like I said, I didn't know I was gonna become a boxer, and I didn't know I was gonna be on national TV. So I at least made that happen, and like I was able to do good for myself. You know what I mean? I was in there with a whole bunch of prospects and good fighters, champions, world champions, Tevin Farmer, like you say, Andy Vincent, Omar Douglas. I was able to go to different camps to spar different champions. So it was like, for me, I went to the gym as a fan of boxing, and I came out as a professional boxer. So it's a wonderful thing for me.
Yeah, the thing is, when I talk to certain fighters, in 15, 20 years from now, Box Rec is still going to say your record was about 24-5 or something like that.
I believe so. I think it's something around there. I think it's like 23-5 and 2 draws.
Two draws, 9 knockouts, and in 20 years, you pop it up on Box Rec, and it's an impressive run. I mean, especially from, like I said, from where you came from, how you started out and everything, like what you just articulated about, and so that's what would be, you would say, the highlight of your career? If you have you thought about that?
The highlight of my career is basically just like, I don't know, like not even the fights or the opponents that I face, but like the people that, like the boxers that I've met. Like I said, man, it's like I never knew I was gonna get to that stage and to have champions and recognize who I am when I go to their camp. You know what I mean? It's like it was surprising for me, and that was like more of a highlight. You know what I mean? When you get called by Lomachenko's camp, so you could go spar over there because they like your style. You know what I mean? It's like, and know who you are. That for me is just like that was the highlight of my career.
You obviously, you say you want to do some commentating on maybe some Kings broadcasts or streams or whatnot. Do you plan to stay around the gym? Maybe help some young fighters out. Maybe even train a fighter or two.
Most definitely, I'm a real fan of the sport. Like Marsha could tell you, man, I know a lot about the sport. From my era. Like, I'm not too good with the era before me, but I'm up to date with all with boxing. As for now, I'm a big fan of boxing, so I hope that in the future I could do something. I know I'm gonna stay in the gym and I'm gonna stay busy. I'm gonna stay not for training for a fight, but of course to keep in shape and to give a lot of young boxers some knowledge, because even when I was boxing, I would give them knowledge because I was brought up, and everybody knows this, like I was brought up the hard way. Like I was facing everybody who they were putting in front of me. I wasn't facing hand-picked guys. So I try to give these young fighters that are coming up advice. So yeah, I would like to do that.
I'm going to try not to make you too emotional here. You mentioned before Marshall's like a father figure to you. How much has he meant, if you want to go into how much has he meant to forget about your boxing career, but like your life in general?
I mean, Marshall, like I said, Marshall for me is like a father figure, as he knows. Like me myself, I didn't really have a father figure in my life, and since I met Marshall's always, even outside of boxing, he's always tried to school me the right way. He knows that I'm a hardworking man, so he always applaud me for that. Like I'm thankful for everything that he's done for me as a fighter and as a person. So, like I'm always going to be grateful for that.
I know, especially boxing, and you said obviously you're a fan of the game. Boxing and retirements usually aren't exactly are airtight. I mean, it's too early to tell now, but is it possible one day that itch needs to be scratched to get back in there?
I mean, I'm 32 years old. Like I said, I started late. That means I did my debut. I think I did it when I was 22, 23 years old. I probably will. Like I don't know, but as for now, I don't really think I will. Like when I started boxing, I used to love what I was doing. I used to do it not for the money, because it wasn't just for that. When I started boxing, I used to do it because I loved it, and I don't know. After a certain amount of time, I stopped enjoying myself when I was in camp. I stopped enjoying myself when I was training for a fight. I felt more obligated than anything, and that's when it gets serious, because like boxing is a serious sport, it's a dangerous sport, and you don't want to do this half. You don't want to do a half-ass training camp or a half-ass job. Like if you're not mentally in training camp, it's not good for you. So like the last couple fights, after a certain amount of things that happened in my career, like I stopped I started losing the I don't know, the love that I used to have. Like for example, when I think I was a whole year off from boxing, that I faced Shocky Foster right after that. That whole year, I was training that whole year, and all these fights were falling off. Ivan Nahara came out 15 pounds heavy in the day of the weigh-in. The other time, I got cut over the left eye in my last sparring session. It was just like a sequence of a lot of things that happened during camps, that I was a whole year without fighting, and I just stopped. I lost the love for like of training for a fight, basically.
Well, if anyone wants to drop you a line on social media to congratulate you on your career and maybe give them a memory of, if they want to share a memory of, your boxing career, whatnot, where can they find you on social media?
Team De Alba, Frank De Alba. That's team. My social media still is Team De Alba. Like if I was boxing, I still have the same picture as if I was a boxer.
Now is that Instagram, Twitter? What's that on?
Instagram and Facebook both. I'm under, and Instagram is Team De Alba, and Facebook is Frank De Alba.
Well, Frank, I thank you for a few minutes of your time, and yeah,
No, of course,
I had other questions, but you dropped the bomb on us, so we, us announcers, we got to, just like fighters, we got to change on the fly, and so
you gotta adjust.
Well, I appreciate you and your career. I had the privilege of broadcasting many of your fights, and I'll save you a seat next to me at the broadcast table for the next one.
No doubt. I'll be there.
Thank you, Frank, and good luck with everything in retirement.